The stats on emails, I think they used to say it was 1 to 44 for every dollar spent on email, you would get about $44 in return. I think that stat has been evolving. It may be much larger for some of the organizations, like in B2B organization where company size and the deal sizes are much larger. So the value of an email converting somebody into a customer is much greater than maybe a compulsive purchase on some e-commerce store where somebody bought something for $50. Email is still definitely one of the greatest medium. The cost of sending email has certainly have declined, and you have much more sophisticated email platform that can optimize email sending time, delivery, personalization at scale in the body based on purchase history, past interaction with the brand, past interaction with salespeople, or even their own engagement on the website. So you can trigger certain type of personalized email communication to your prospective customers in your database based on a lot of different behavior that the customer might have or interaction that they're having with your brand, even not just on your website, in multiple different places. Email is still a very effective platforms, but you need to have very sophisticated marketers that know email deliverability requirements and also compliance, especially when it comes to GDPR and all of those things, to really make sure that the email, and not just on the creative and the messaging side of it, but on the technical side of making sure that the email reaches the prospective customer in their inbox. If you can do those things right, email can be very effective. A lot of times why email isn't so effective is many people try to do one-to-many communication at scale without any sort of thought or effort going into how can I make this email information of value to the people. If all you do is salesy type of content and all you're trying to do is send them a bunch of information and promotions and offerings like that, people get turned off by that very fast and they unsubscribe. But if I'm getting value from you on an ongoing basis on industry trends, tips and tricks, and other sort of industry examples of customers that have had success in using your platform or service or product, and then featuring those people and giving me examples of peers that I would admire and follow and want to learn from, featuring those people in your emails, that is going to be of great value than all the time you sending me promotions and offers, because that is a big turnoff for any customer. People can smell salesy stuff from far. So you want to make sure that you're the one that are adding the most value. And I can tell that to you from personal experience. For me, I have a lot of email newsletters that I just keep them coming because I just get so many insightful information from them. These are some sales benchmarks, reports, and insights that people put out that I just follow and subscribe because even though there might be some pitch here and there, but the majority of the content that they send me is so much more value than just salesy. And if any emails that I get is salesy, immediately I don't even unsubscribe anymore. I just mark them as spam. So as a marketer, I'm doing that to other marketers. That is why add value as much as possible, and then your customers will love you and they will stay as a subscriber for life.